I haven't made a video in a month. So I made this one of me just taking apart my medium format camera one Sunday afternoon. I started with a thing that was right in front of me and made that the topic of my video. I started it without knowing what it was exactly that I wanted to do. I even used S-Log3, which is a picture profile I've never shot in, I've never worked with, and I have no idea how to color grade. I also set my cameras to manual focus, even though I've always shot using autofocus. And I ended up with a video that wasn't perfect. It was grainy as hell, and a lot of it was out of focus. But I ended up with a video that I liked. I ended up with something that wasn't perfect, but perfect wasn't the point. Hi, my name is Justin, and in this channel we make videos about photography, filmmaking, travel, and gear. But today's video isn't going to be directly related to those, but it's a topic that I think is important to talk about altogether. I haven't made a video in a month for YouTube, and there are lots of factors to this. Like my wife recently just started with her new job, which required us to shift our time zones, which hasn't exactly been the easiest thing to do, to say the least, during that time frame. And I've also been working on some of the last few architectural projects on my plate, which has been time consuming too. And of course, there's the most important job in the world. And so it wasn't a surprise when I suddenly felt like I was stuck and unproductive, like countless times before. I mean, this has happened to me time and time again, and chances are this might be something that's happened to you too. I know making videos on YouTube and being a content creator sounds like it's so much fun, it's easy. But after a year of making videos for this platform, even though it is fun for a large part of it, it's definitely not easy, especially if you're trying to make really good content and meaningful content. When I started this channel, I wanted my videos to be really good from the start. I wanted to make videos that I was proud of. I wanted them to look like the works of the people who I look up to in this platform. And so I dove right in. I immersed myself, enjoyed completely the process, and fell in love with the process of making videos. And I think that's kind of part of the problem here. At some point, I started thinking that I needed to make better videos with every upload. And if I wasn't able to do that, then I'd have failed. I also started stressing out about this self-imposed weekly upload schedule, which, by the way, if you're starting a YouTube channel, is probably the most common advice you would get from people all over the internet, is to be consistent and to try and upload one video a week. Otherwise, you won't make it. I also started stressing about getting things absolutely right. And even though I really hate to admit it, I started looking at the analytics and trying to understand the algorithm more, which all of those things are indeed important. Understanding the algorithm, making better content, and being consistent. But I started noticing this familiar road to burnout, this thing that I loved doing, learning new things, the space of creation, suddenly started feeling like a job you hated, which wasn't exactly a good thing, which wasn't really the point of why I wanted to do YouTube in the first place. So I took a step back, stopped for a bit, and went back to my roots of photography, of just taking photos for the sake of taking photos. I I took pictures that mattered to me, that I was genuinely interested in. Normal everyday things that to other people might be boring, but I enjoyed looking at what was just around me and through a different vantage point, which I think is the point of photography altogether, is how you see the world through your perspective. I started experimenting on some things, not for the sake of social media, but because I was really genuinely curious. There's a page in this book called "It's Not How Good You Are, It's How Good You Want to Be" by Paul Arden that starts off by saying, don't be afraid of silly ideas. We all get mental blocks and we need to get unblocked. The way to get unblocked is to lose our inhibitions and stop worrying about being right. If you are in a deadlock, then you can try two things. One is to start doing the exact opposite of what the solution requires. And two, look out your window and whatever catches your eye, a bird, a TV aerial, a man on crutches, or whatever, and make that the solution to your problem. So here I am 1 month after my hiatus, talking about a video of me taking apart my camera, holding a microphone in the video, after trying so hard to hide it in all my other videos. Just me basically doing the opposite of everything that I was used to doing. Maybe to remind you or me, future me, if ever I find myself in this situation again, which is highly likely to happen, to just not be afraid of silly ideas. I love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. And if you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do so is just by subscribing. Hit that like button if you liked this video, and if you didn't, I'd still want to know why. And like I said, this video isn't directly related to photography, filmmaking, travel, or gear, but I really felt like it was something that I needed to do before I went back to my regular programming, you could say. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, thanks for watching.